As you are aware, the Cabrillo Port is a deep water port that would serve as a floating, storage, and regasification unit, or FSRU, handling liquefied natural gas. Our rule requires emission reductions to be surplus, and the word surplus means exceeding all regulatory requirements at the time they are banked. The U.S. EPA requires that any facility that would increase emissions by more than 25 tons per year along Sierra Nevada would have to use emission reduction credits that are actually surplus. I believe the letter we've prepared with our legal counsel clearly states the reasons we believe our Rule 26 applies. It includes an analysis of the rationale.
13, year 2005. Now, on 11/4/2006, item 10, quote, opposed the EPA's decision to not require compliance with new source review regulations, end of quote. This is, of course, after agreeing with EPA's decision on 9/13.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Board, staff, Bill Terry, Oxnard. Thank you for taking up this project. I ask that you endorse the staff's recommendation and act on it now.
Good morning, my name is Mike Stubblefield. I'm here today as the Air Quality Chair of the Sierra Club, Los Padres chapter. I'm here today to support the 3 recommendations that were made by Supervisors Bennett and Supervisor. Let me conclude by saying that our county is not now, nor has it ever been, in compliance with state and federal regulations for oxides of nitrogen. Allowing Billiton to operate off our coast will be an enormous setback and will send the wrong message to honest businesses that try to obey the law.
I'm Linda Kropp, Chief Counsel of the Environmental Defense Center. We represent the California Coastal Board. Based on that assertion, the first draft environmental impact report and environmental impact statement also took that position and said Ventura County Rule 26 will apply.
And the staff recommendation, because the law is clear that the Cabrillo Port must comply with Ventura County's requirements for new sources of air pollution, and it is essential that the district communicate this position to EPA. Ventura County rules treat all new sources of air pollutants the same. If a source has the potential to emit any nitrogen oxides, reactive organic compounds, or certain other pollutants, the applicant must equip the source with best available control technology that apply to every new source of pollution in the area. EPA and BHP Billiton's rationalizations for why Cabrillo Port should not have to...
The EPA's decision was correct. The Port of Cabrillo is 14 months.
People in this community are letting themselves be scared and victimized by fears and tactics used by some of the environmental community people.
How are they going to cook their food? How are they going to heat their houses? Are we going to wait again until the brownouts start and then begin to build something? It'll be
I'm here today to ask that you abandon efforts to disregard the VC-APD staff original and several measures to reduce and mitigate Cabrillo Port's emissions.
We thought there was a general understanding of what was going on in terms of Rule 26 applicability.
Oxnard Chamber of Commerce. I think that they represent the silent majority, the businesses, that type of thing, that really support this program. And I don't think it's right to change the rules halfway through the 3rd quarter.
BHP has 15 billion reasons why they want to oppose this item. Each of those 15 billion reasons is preceded by a $sign.
And we have a responsibility to the children of Los Angeles for their health, their safety, and their welfare so they can breathe. I thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, board members. I'm here on behalf of Assembly Member Pedro Nava, BHP Billiton, to meet the same air quality regulations that apply to any new source of.
Hi, I'm Rachel Morris. I'm a small business owner and asthma sufferer. And I would just like to commend Mr. I can't pronounce his name, but Villegas.
Includes the public portion of this item.
Credits available even to build purely the new power plants needed in South Coast. No business expansion, just to cover the power plants. They are not available.
I was not part of the discussion. When we transferred from holding this project to the requirements of 26-2. As much work as we do and what we have done in the past to reduce emissions on land because of the consequences for us and our kids, you go off 5 miles offshore and you can do whatever you want.
The bottom line issue here. And I would say to the project proponents that with the fact that
and during those 35 years, we've struggled to make these rules, and they haven't been easy. I can remember when painters would come to this board and fill it up just like it is today. You're taking my job away from me. We cannot do that. But at the same time, I look at countries who have great rules on the environment, but they don't enforce them.
I think the rules have always been fair. It's been out there. We've said something like this needs to go to new source review.
If an oil or gas exploration pipeline was put in this exact spot, our rule would apply.
What bothers me is I don't want our rule to be in any way negated or used against the citizens. And if that exemption is part of that, then fine. But I really don't believe that going back now and asking EPA to revisit it is that large of a problem. Any opposition to the motion on the floor? Are there any other further comments? The chair will allow a rebuttal to my statement. Okay, with that, it passes unanimously. That item is over. We are going to have to... Thank you. This is a business meeting. It was not an emotional decision. It was a business decision.
Not easy to get into and stuff. Some people